Hello and welcome to GNC, where today we are going to be discussing the Industrial Revolution and the Digital Revolution, where people can't seem to get off their phones.
No, I'm not even sure they're different revolutions. I mean, I'm pretty sure they just run on into each other.
Well, the Industrial Revolution and Digital Revolution are a lot alike, but different. They are different revolutions.
All right, how do you say that they're different?
If you look at the Industrial Revolution, well, we're going to be focusing mostly on the first Industrial Revolution. That's one of the first reasons. There's been many different revolutions during the time that haven't focused on industrialization. This one is the first one that made industrialization a possibility. Started off with coal mining and all of that, and now we're up to computers and high-tech manufacturing companies.
How is that any different from the Digital Revolution, though? How are they not the same?
Because this one is more of manual labor manufacturing than now of our half the jobs are getting taken away by computers.
Okay, so that's one. You've only given me... Okay, give me another and I may start to believe you. Maybe.
One of the other differences is, if you look at it, this one had a lot of slavery and non-hired man work, but now we're focusing
the
again.
Gin. Well, the cotton gin?
Yes, the cotton gin and the child labor when you're in the north. If we're saying mostly in America, with the north having the textile industry with having kid labor. But now we can't even seem to get labor with robots taking over of a lot of people's jobs is what people are worried about.
Well, I kind of see where you stand on the ground of how they're different and all that, but look at all the different similarities. Like, for instance, they both helped out suffrage, the people's vote. You can now, instead of having to go in and say you can't see all that well,
manually count and
like
numbers and all that.
Yeah,
you see how that can help.
Yeah,
and then
it
what
counts
were you saying
digitally with the digital ballots. But like, say you can't see the ballots all that clear, just the little paper ballots. Well, the digital ones, they can expand it for you so that you can see it a lot better.
I see. Or now that we know,
Exactly. And the Industrial Revolution. Well, that helped out people a lot because now they can mass-produce products at a quicker rate and benefit and reap its profits even more.
Yeah, I can see, for disabilities such as that, paralyzation in, lower half of their body, if they need a wheelchair, and to, help out injured, veterans.
Yeah, veterans. And another thing is, just the overall standard of living. Now people are used to living with more comforts, such as a TV. A lot of people have a phone, even if it's just like mine. I mean, a lot of people
all
have
of these
that.
were developed in the either first, second, third industrial revolution, or even phones being digital revolution.
Exactly. So see, they both have just kind of blended together for a new standard of living. That's why I kind of say they're a run-on.
Would you look at that? Our expert has just arrived on the digital and industrial revolution, Dr. Ben Stashi.
Hello. I will be agreeing with Jonathan on this one because his revolution, it gives people a more comfortable living, GPSs, alarm clocks.
Both were more comfortable living.
Right. I see that.
And it cuts down on industrial injuries, like getting your hands stuck in the cotton gin.
I did not think of that one, but that is really true.
I heard of a guy who got... I'm not going to even tell that story.
We'd be taken off air.
Just go on, Dr. Stashi.
Yeah.
And to summarize this all up, they are different, revolutions, but they are... They're the same, but different.
I've read some of Dr. Stashi's notes. He agrees with the statement of them being different and the same at the same time.
So they're different but close.
Very closely related.
Gotcha.
That's how Jonathan seemed to get confused here.
I wasn't confused, just my stance. I just thought of something. What if people don't know how to identify a revolution?
Oh, that's a very great question.
Yeah, so this way they could take their stand with me.
Or me.
That's not an option. But anyways, though, so for instance, A revolution, in my opinion, is when there is a group of people, very large, fighting for something that they believe in. That's
Not even fighting. They
Well-
could just be politically arguing or
that,
arguing
that's still
in
fighting.
general.
That's
like
still
us
fighting,
right
but
here.
peaceful fighting. Yeah, it's kind of like an argument. But it's where people are all banded together, working towards a common cause and a change of, like, say, social or governmental status. Like, such as the digital revolution. People were fighting for the people who are creating the different technology, and this is
Trying to fight to help us all strive for a common goal
a new
of
standard of living in it.
a new standard of living, advancing us to even now. I say the next revolution we're going to have. This is all the our optimistic people of space colonization is probably going to be one of the next revolutions. Which,
Yeah, see,
at least I hope.
wouldn't that kind of
That's
tie
what we're all
in-
trying to band together
Yeah,
to
but
go for.
wouldn't that kind of tie in with both, though? I mean, because that is industrialization with vehicles, and digital is more of a handheld device.
Yeah.
I'm continuing on with how to identify it. After there is a group of people coming together for it, there will always be a change. Whether it's for the revolutionaries or against them, there will always be change to either help
Yeah.
out their cause or to try and stop someone from having this happen again. There may be stricter policies or something like that.
Laws built into this.
Yeah, and there will always be someone opposing them, such as whenever the electric car came out, the gas and oil industry did not like it originally because, I know, the digital revolution, but they didn't like it because they said, oh, it will be put out of business. The electric car was still developed.
Yep.
That was a huge change.
That was a huge change. Now
Yeah.
we have all these compact car parking in like the electrical gas stations in
Yeah.
very few countries, but they are still there. And now the next advancement in car company is autonomous cars, which everyone is saying that'll take away their rights and just have the government be able to track them is what some people are worried about.
True. But that there is how we think, compare and contrast. You can decide now. Let us know somehow if you think that they are different or the same, because they're obviously different. But, develop your own opinion.
Thank you for watching.
This has been
GNC.
Bow, bow, bow.